G'day, Mike here for another episode of Mike's Making Munch with Mike, whatever this show is called. And I'm back where I belong, baby. Back in the kitchen, making me a sausage. Yeah. Ooh, it's in the pan. And I'm sticking to this angle. I like this angle. Before, I was having the camera on the other side of the hob. That's a British thing to say, but whatever. Just because that's where the PowerPoint was, and I was using the light thing on my thing. But I think my phone just corrects anyway, so I don't know that it matters what light I'm putting on my face. I think it's more just that I've got a better camera with a better phone for Season 2 than I did in Season 1. I don't think the light ring does anything especially. But yeah, maybe it does. I don't know. Asked for a special topic for today, and the special topic that I've been given is Styrofoam. Now, Styrofoam, it comes from the Greek. So two parts, styro and foam. Foam actually is just, sea foam is pretty much the thing. So like the bubbles on the water of the waves. As Hans Christian Andersen would call it, dead mermaids. That's the foam part. Just that styrofoam looks like white bubbles. That's kind of just part of it. I don't know. So there's lots of things that can just be foam. That's fair. Like you make a latte, the milk becomes foam, and it's just sort of that bubbly white shape. So that's kind of the part of foam that's there. But the styro part comes from a small purple Greek dragon called Styro. It went on lots of adventures. He was only a small baby dragon, so he couldn't fly properly. He couldn't flap his wings and fly freely. He could glide. He had wings enough to glide, but not enough to actually fly upwards. So he could just fall with style. And he was also very good at headbutting things. He had a little bit of an ability to breathe fire, I think, but mainly headbutt stuff was his cool guy ability. Yeah, I think he was friends with the Minotaur. I don't know. But yeah, so Greek dragon, Styro. And so the reason why it's Styrofoam is because commonly in the ancient Greek world they would get the particular foam that is Styrofoam, but that was what was especially used to make models of Styro the dragon. And so then it was just known as Styrofoam. Guess, I don't know. It's a little bit like Band-Aid. That is like the special commercial name for an item becomes then applied to all items of that kind. So even if it's not actually a Band-Aid, it can still be called a Band-Aid. And like, even if the foam isn't being used to make a styro statue, it's still called Styrofoam. Yeah. And I think it was just in the 90s when people discovered that not only could you use Styrofoam for making a statue of a dragon, little purple dragon guy, you could also use Styrofoam to make all sorts of other things. You could use it to make a plate, or a knife, or a fork. You could use it to make shoes. You can use it to make a house that floats. You could use it to make a boat. You could use it to make a boathouse. Just so many applications for Styrofoam. Yeah. Guess the sky at which you start at is the limit. And then after that you just fall with style. That was a good joke on topic. Relevant? relevant. Yeah. So that's a brief intro history to Styrofoam. Yep. I hope you liked it. It's I really do want this series to sometimes be quite informative. That sometimes you can not just be having a fun time while watching someone cook a sausage, but you can really learn some things. Yeah. So, share this video with your family. Let them know a bit more about Styrofoam. Let them know the history of it. Maybe we'll do pipe cleaners or something sometime. I don't know what we'll do. But yeah, I know you can send in submissions. Say, I'd like to see a video on this topic. I'll watch it. Well, I'll read your comment and then then that depends on me remembering what you've said you'd like a video on. But crazier things have happened. Yeah, so Styrofoam. Feel free to quote this in an essay or something about that information about Styrofoam. The linguistic development of the word could be a thing to talk about. I don't know. Yeah. Well, that was Styrofoam. I don't have much more to say about Styrofoam, I don't think. Pretty much finished that. I should talk about gatekeeping. One time, I'll talk about gatekeeping. Who are the real Making Munch with Mike fans? Are they the ones who get the name right every time? I don't think so. Gatekeeping. I'm so hit by it, so struck by it. Such a smooth gatekeeping. Better at that. Anyway, cool. Well, I've got other things to cook now. Noodles to go with my sausage. So I'm going to go do that. This has been Making Munch with Mike. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed learning something about Styrofoam. I will catch you on the flippity flop. See ya.